Hi, my name is Laura Lane, and I'm Assistant Director in University Career Services at UNC Chapel Hill. And I'm going to be talking to you today about how to prepare for a career fair. So there are several steps that you can take, whether we're talking about the career fairs next week, the Diversity Expo and the Fall Career Expo, or any of the career fairs that we have throughout the year. One of the number one things that you want to do is to do the research. So you can go to our website, and that's careers.unc.edu, and right on the front page you'll be able to click on Diversity Career Expo or Fall Career Expo and see exactly who's coming. You should know that most employers are looking for any major. They're not necessarily just looking for business students or students who've studied finance. So keep that in mind and try to think broader than just the most prestigious companies. There are a lot of great companies out there with terrific opportunities, and just because you haven't heard of them doesn't mean that it might not be a great opportunity. I would say if you're a senior looking for full-time employment, then you want to dress like you're going to an interview. And so that would be a suit in most cases, and you always want to err on the conservative side. So if you're not sure, think, would I wear this to my grandma's house? If you don't have a suit, I would encourage you to either purchase one if you can. If you're going to borrow, which I know that happens, try it on before the day of the career fair to make sure that it's going to fit you properly. You don't have to wear a suit if you're an underclassman. You could wear business casual. So that would be slacks and a nice shirt, slacks and a blouse for women. It could be skirt and blouse, whatever you're comfortable in. No jeans. Go conservative with everything. Your jewelry. Do not wear perfume or cologne. You don't want to be remembered for the wrong reasons. You're probably going to have a backpack because with the Fall Career Expo, it's down at the Smith Center. So you're probably going to be taking a bus down there, and so leave your backpack. There should be a table at the door so you don't have to haul that around with you. And you can have a portfolio. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You could buy something at the bookstore, or you could just have a nice paper folder with your materials in them. If you're going to go to 10 companies, then you want to make sure you've got at least 10 copies of your resume. So whoever you're going to go see, whether it's 10, 20, 30, maybe put in a couple extra for some you might go see, you always want to make sure that you're prepared with your resume. Okay, so what's your game plan for the day? My suggestion would be that you arrive early in the day. Most of our career fairs typically would happen between 1 and 4:30. And so try not to wait until 4:25. For whatever reason, lots of employers leave early. We try to encourage them not to do that, but they do. So hit them early and hit them often. The recruiter is going to be fresher. Hopefully you're going to be fresher, and your day is going to be better, and you'll have plenty of time to talk to whomever you want to talk to. So get there early. Okay, so you're going to approach the employer. You're going to introduce yourself, and you're going to shake their hand in all likelihood, and unless, of course, with the pandemic flu, that they're suggesting that there's no more handshaking. But you have good eye contact and make sure you have a nice, firm handshake. No dead fish, none of this. And nice, good handshake, web to web. Introduce yourself, and then don't forget to smile. And you want to have what we call an elevator pitch, ready to talk to them. So you will have done your research, and now you're going to tell them a little bit about you and ask a question. And so the timing might go a little bit like this on the elevator pitch. And it's called an elevator pitch because if you were to step in the elevator with the CEO of a company where you're interning, and they acknowledged you and said, gee, you don't look familiar, what are you doing here, or how's your summer going, why do you want to work here, that kind of thing. It's the amount of time that you would have in the elevator to talk about yourself. And so you would want to start with maybe 3 seconds about your name and education, give 7 seconds of early summary of your education and experience, 7 seconds to talk about your accomplishments, about 13 seconds to connect your past experience and undergraduate work to the future. And then lastly, you'd ask that question that keeps the conversation going, preferably something that you couldn't get off the website. You know, I noticed that you have a management training program. I wasn't clear, do you get to rotate through the departments or do you stay in one department? Would be an example of a good question. So think about your elevator pitch. You want to practice it before you go so that you're ready. You should be aware that some employers may not take your resume because there's essentially a federal law that says if they take your resume, now they have to go back and log in at the office. So they might say, just go online and apply through our website, but here, sign in on our clipboard. And you want to make sure you do that. If you were really enjoyed the conversation that you had with them, you might ask for a business card so that you can follow up with them and check in to make sure that that's going to be okay with them. Okay. So the keys are research, be prepared, find out who's coming, and explore those organizations before you go. Be ready with a firm handshake, good eye contact, and a smile. Have your resume materials ready, and you know, go in that day confident and go explore.